Everyone, welcome to my channel, and in this video we are going to talk about the concept of exception as well as exception handling. So what exactly exception handling does? So let us talk about in detail information about this. So what is an exception? An exception is nothing but error. Okay, in previous video we already studied about what are the types of errors. From that, one of the error is called runtime error. So simply we can say that an exception is runtime error. It is runtime error, and few times we can call it as logical error. Okay, some rare situations we can call it as logical errors. So handling runtime errors as well as logical errors during execution of the program is nothing but an exception, right? So exception means there is a abnormal condition which occurs during executing of your program. This is nothing but exception. So let us take few examples to understanding what is an exception. So let us go for the ATM machine and you want to withdraw the money. Okay, I want to withdraw the money. So the money is like this. So ATM machine by default it contains for 20 lakhs. Assume that. So this is the value of particular ATM machine. Okay, and in your account you have some 50,000 and you want to withdraw the money, and the money value is like 45,000. Okay, you want to withdraw 45,000. So in this case you have to enter two kinds of transaction. The first transaction is you have to enter like 40,000 in the ATM machine. In your account you have a proper balance, but ATM machine is not accepting your 40,000. So this is one type of error. So that is nothing but we had to handle such kind of errors. How to handle it? It is showing that there is a message invalid denomination. So in this case what we have to do again? First time we had to withdraw like 20,000. It will be accepted. Second time you are going to be withdraw like 25,000. Okay, so this is a successful transaction, but unfortunately if you entered 26,000, it is showing that there is an error, insufficient balance. Okay, so you want to withdraw some kind of money in the ATM machine. So based on your requirement, ATM is going to be providing some kind of message. Okay, so if any kind of abnormal condition will be occurs, then ATM is providing some kind of message, then we will get some kind of clarity about that. So that is nothing but handling runtime errors is nothing but exception, right? Let us take one more example. Okay, like so you are downloading a game like PUBG in your mobile. So downloading is starting. Okay, so it is showing like 2.0 GB the size of the game, and while downloading the game initially it will be started, but you are doing this download outside using mobile data. Okay, so if you use mobile data, it is asking you there is a information. So we are unable to download mobile data, please use Wi-Fi. So this kind of instruction is nothing but handling of some kind of logic. Okay, so if there is a abnormal condition, what is that abnormal condition? That is 2 GB of data will be downloaded. So that is difficult in your mobile data. So who will handle this? Will be handled by your Android operating system. Okay, so whatever operating system you have in your mobile, maybe Android, maybe Apple, so you can expect it this is going to be handled by that operating system. In the similar manner, an exception is nothing but it is an abnormal condition. So this abnormal condition we are going to be handled in our program. Okay, so simple terms what I'm saying to you, an exception is one kind of mechanism to handle runtime errors or logical errors, or we can also say that an exception is abnormal condition which occurs during runtime. Okay, so we already discussed example like ATM. So while withdraw the money, ATM is suddenly power off in the server side. Okay, it is showing that error in ATM machine, unable to do the transaction, or no cash in ATM. So like that, there is a message is providing the ATM. Then we will get the clarity about that. So there is some kind of abnormal condition is occurs during withdraw the money, but there is no cash. Okay, there is no cash or out of range. Okay, like that, there are some messages you can find out in your ATM machines. So this is nothing but providing message to the user providing message to the user to handle abnormal condition to damaging the product, to avoid the damaging of the product. For example, you want to withdraw the 5,000 rupees and there is no message in your ATM, and ATM is showing that your transaction is processed. So how much time you are going to be waiting? So it is very difficult for you. So if 5 to 10 people will be waiting, then there is a problem is occurs, there is a collision will be occurs. So that is the problem. So we had to avoiding such kind of problems in our Java language, we should use the concept of exceptions. So we had to avoiding such kind of problems in our project or in our software or in our program. We need to provide a message. We need to give some information to the user. So that is nothing but exception handling mechanism, right? So what are the techniques? Let us see. In Java language, few exception handling techniques. So they are 5 keywords. That is nothing but try block, catch block, throw block, and throws is also there, and finally. So totally we have 5 keywords we are going to be used, and coming into that 3 blocks: try block, catch block, and finally block, throw and throws associated with the catch block, right? So these are the 5 keywords we are going to be using in exception handling techniques. So an exception is abnormal condition, or simply we can say that runtime error. So for this runtime error we are going to providing information, right? How to do this, what is the process. So let us talk about one by one. See, the first one comes under try block or try keyword. So try keyword or try block. So try block means we are going to define few statements inside of the try block. So that is going to be caused logical error. Okay, for example, there is a information like C equal to A by B. So if B value is 0, then we are getting some kind of logical error. If B value is like 5, then no error. Okay, such kind of information we have to be defined in the concept of try block. Okay, so this is the basic syntax of the try block. So try block is used to find the problem, okay, that causes to the logical error in our program. So the program should be observe the statement or set of statements so that maybe rise an exception. Okay, so that should be inside of the try block. So simply whatever statement that may cause runtime error or logical error, that should be inside of try keyword, or we can also say that try block, right? About the catch block. So what is a catch block? So if try block providing runtime error, okay, so there is an exception or runtime error occurs during try block. Okay, if an error is occurs in the try block, then runtime error will be executed in the catch block. So for example, we can observe that there is a batsman in the cricket. If batsman hit the ball, if ball is for example mid on, so this fielder will be activated. Otherwise this fielder is ready to take the ball, but he will be activated once ball is enter into this area. Okay, in the similar manner, if try block is going to be rise an exception, then only this catch block is executed, otherwise catch block is not executed. And catch block is providing message and stop damaging of flow. Okay, stop damaging of logical execution. The simple thing is do not stop execution of program. Okay, that is take care of catch block. Okay, so that is the catch block. So catch block, we can say that catch is a keyword and we have to define exception type is predefined and reference means any valid variable, right? Okay, so the catch block is used to give the solution, that means message, which is caused by the try block error. So that means programmer should write exception details. Okay, and this catch block defined by the keyword by catch. Okay, so that is the catch block. And there is one more statement that is comes in, that is the finally block. Finally block means see, finally is one kind of keyword, and so all terminations will be done in finally block. So as we discussed ATM example, once your ATM transaction will be completed, okay, your account details will be closed within like 10 seconds to 15 seconds, right? So that is who will done, that is automatically done by the system, right? So that means if everything is fine, then automatically closed by the program. So there is one more example, like your mobile. You can take your mobile. So if your mobile screen is on and there is no interaction from the user, after 15 seconds it is automatically off, means the screen will be off. So who will be done? That will be done by the Android, or that will be done by the Mac OS. So like that we have some kind of information, that information is done by the OS. Okay, so automatically closing information with the help of this. Okay, so the final block is used to handle any type of exception and it executes always. So when try block rise the exception, not rise the exception, final block is executed. If catch block is executed or not executed, then final block is executed. So finally block always executing to clean up the operations like closing of files or terminating the objects, right? So that is the finally our block. Exception handling mechanism will be like this. So there is a try block and there is a catch block, okay, and there is finally block, and you can observe that if try block that may be causes exception, then only that statement is taken by the catch block with the help of some kind of keyword like throwing. And after that, in this case we have some kind of information which is provided by the catch block. Okay, so if there is no catch block execution, that means no runtime error, then this try block is directly executed by finally block. Okay, if there is an error, then the process will be like this: catch block will be executed and after that finally block is executed. So finally block is going to be terminate all kind of actions in a program. So this finally block without exception is also executed, with exception also executed. Okay, when catch block is executed when runtime error occurs. Okay, so this is the exception handling mechanism in Java language, right? See, one is throw and other one is throws. Both keywords we have to use the concept of user defined exception in the next video. Okay, user defined exception, right? So let us talk about the program, and the program name is called test expression, and we defining like ABC values, try block. So in the try block, A value is 0, B value is 10, C equal to A by B, that means 10 by 0, and system.out.println, the line will be not executed, and there is a try block closing and catch block is we have to be close, and that is nothing but we should be closing of the catch block, and we should closing of the program, and we can also define finally block, and we should defining class. So the output of the program is, so this line is not executed because this is the error. So once error will be found, this line will be executed, and this type of error is called arithmetic exception. We have set of exception classes we have, so that exception classes will discuss later stages. Okay, so this is nothing but one type of arithmetic exception, and the reference is E, and the information is divided by 0. So this is the way we had to handle the exceptions in our Java language, right? So this is the information about how to handle an exception in our Java language. That's it. So thank you for watching. Bye.